Hey there, this is Red. It's time for Red Reveals, and we can see we've got Venom out here, the latest Marvel Champions hero pack. So I'm gonna bust it open and take a look. Now I haven't looked at Venom. I have absolutely no idea what's in here. One of the things I can say by looking at the front of this is it looks like he's not going to be the friendliest of heroes out there with guns ablazing. It does give me hope that one of my favorite heroes, Punisher, is going to make, well, I don't know if he's a hero exactly, but he could make his way into Marvel Champions here. So let's get to opening up Venom. So you got Venom on the front there. You got a couple of guns ablazing. Got a hero pack. We got the back here. We got their pre-built Venom deck. 29 new cards that can be added to any hero deck, and we have the Enraged Symbiote as the nemesis there. So let's pop this open. I've already taken the sticker off here because that's probably the toughest part to open up is the sticker. Let's see here. What do we got? We got insert cards. There's our back thing. Get that out of the way. There's our paper looking nice. Get that out of the way. See what's on our insert here. So we've got nice picture of Venom there. And what do we have here? Venom Hero Pack. We've got wartime veteran, old classmate of Peter Parker, new keyword patrol, not exactly new. So any minion with patrol keyword is engaged with the player. Player cannot thwart the main scheme. We've got ranged. An attack with ranged keyword ignores the retaliate keyword. All right. Let's see here. Frequently asked questions. We have each enraged symbiote has a text Venom's nemesis minion. If Venom is told to put his nemesis minion into play, such as when revealing Shadows of the Past, what happens? Because each copy of enraged symbiote is considered to be a Venom's nemesis minion, Venom will put all set aside copies of Enraged Symbiote into play. Ooh, that looks kind of fun. All right, we've got Venom Justice. Okay. So let's see what we've got here. So, got our deck, got our knife. We're going to pop it open here. Hopefully I can get underneath and not hit the cards. There we go. All right. Let's see what we come up with. We've got. All right. Let's flip over and look at our alter ego side first there. So we've got Flash Thompson. Get my plastic out of the way here. All right. Flash Thompson for recovery. That's pretty good. You can control one additional upgrade that has the restricted keyword. Oh, interesting. Okay. Armed and ready. Set up. Discard from the top of your deck until you discard a weapon upgrade. Then add that card to your hand. All right. So we're going to get some weapons in here. Looks like it's going to be a weapon heavy deck, which would make sense because he's got two guns on the front of it. Hand size 6, 12 hit points. Look at this. For, there was kind of this roll of single digit hit point heroes, and we're kind of rolling into some bigger ones now. All right, Venom Sight, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 2 defense. You can control one additional upgrade that has a restricted keyword. All right. Symbiotic Bond, resource. Take 1 damage. Generate 1 resource. Limit once per phase. Ooh, that's pretty nice. With a hand size of 5 also. That's like having a hand size of 6, I guess, because you can, normally you'd be pitching for a resource and you're going to automatically get that resource. That's pretty cool. All right, hit points of 12. So we've got 2 attack, 1 thwart, 2 defense. That's a pretty decent hero. I'm liking that. All right, so let's, why don't we set him maybe right here. There's Venom. Let's see what we've got here. So we're going through his specific cards right now. So we've got behind enemy lines, 2 cost event, thwart hero action, remove 3 threat from a scheme if you paid for this card using only mental resources, confuse an enemy. That's pretty good for a 2-coster. Remove 3 threat and potentially confuse. Pretty nice. We've got 1, 2 of those. All right, and we've got grasping tendrils. Another 2-cost event, hero interrupt defense. When your villain initiates attack against you, cancel that attack. If you paid for this card using physical resources, only physical resources, stun the villain. Okay. You got some villain stunning going on with that one, but again, you have to use that specific type of resources. I guess that's where Venom's create a wild resource is going to come in really handy, is paying those off. All right, locked and loaded. Action, search your deck for a weapon upgrade and add it to your hand, shuffle your deck. All right, we haven't seen any weapon upgrades yet. We're now 5 cards in, right? That's 5 cards. We haven't seen a weapon upgrade yet. All right, we've got a skill, got an event with the skill, costs 3, run and gun, ready venom, and each weapon upgrade you control. All right, we've got 2 of those. All right, we're halfway through his deck, 3 of those. All right, where's all these weapons at? All right, we got a bunch of cards around weapons. Where's the weapons? All right, Savage Attack, 2-cost event. Hero action, attack, deal 5 damage to an enemy. If you paid for this card using only energy resources, this attack gains overkill. All right. That's another one where Venom's Wild is going to kick in and help out, much like the other 2 in here. All right, we're getting to the last third of the cards. Still haven't seen a weapon yet. Project Rebirth 2.0, alter ego action, exhaust Project Rebirth. Choose to either draw 1 card or heal 3 damage from Flash Thompson. Oh, that's pretty nice. That's like that's kind of like an Aunt May card with some bonuses. I like that one. All right. We've got multi-gun. Hey, it's a weapon. There we go. So restricted, exhaust multi-gun. Choose one of the following. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. Choose a player. Deal 1 damage to each minion engaged with that player. Nice. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. All right. And it's a wild. So that's pretty cool. So we've got a, let's see here. There's an Ultron drone killer right there, right? Take the stuff out. Nice. All right, so we got 1 multi-gun. We've got a spider sense. So hero interrupt when the villain initiates attack against you, draw a card. It's an upgrade, so card draw is good. Venom's pistol. So there's another tech weapon, restricted. When you use one of Venom's basic powers, exhaust Venom's pistol, Venom gets +1 to that power for this use. All right, so that's gonna kind of boost him, his thwart attack and whatever it is he's got going on. That's kind of nice. All right, but that's our second weapon. We have 2 of those. We have 2 Venom's pistols. All right, so we can get a +2, so we could attack for a 4 if we use up both of the pistols. All right. And because of his can control 1 additional upgrade that has a restricted keyword, you could have his rifle and 2 pistols at once. So looks like you can get the full outfit going there. All right, so that's all of our Venom cards. So what am I thinking about his Venom cards? Now, they're nice and he helps pay for them, so you can help get the bonus actions on them. I don't know that I'm impressed. I don't know, we'll have to see him in action there. He's got good versatility, I would say. He's not like all attack or all thwart. He's got a pretty versatile set of cards. They have some nice add-ons that they add into there. And his weapons, it looks like you're really gonna need, well, there's 2 big cards, I think, in there. Is the Project Rebirth. Looks like a massive one. That's like getting Aunt May into play. That one's huge. And I think the multi-gun is the other big one, right? So you're gonna need your multi-gun, and you're gonna need your Project Rebirth. Those are the 2 you're gonna be going for. I think that's my sense right now. Also, Spider Sense is another good one that you're gonna want. So, all right. Don't feel like they're overly powerful. Feel like they're pretty good. So, all right, let's see what we've got here for Justice cards. We've got Jack Flag. Response. So we got a 4-cost ally, 2 thwart, 1 attack. 3 health. Response after Jack Flag thwarts. Place 1 ammo counter on him. Exhaust Jack Flag and remove 1 ammo counter from him. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. All right, so he thwarts for 2, which is going to give him a consequential damage, but you get an ammo counter. You can remove an ammo counter. You have to exhaust him in order to do that, to do deal 2. So it's kind of like a little attack there. That's pretty cool. I think he's going to be kind of powerful, especially if you start mixing in some potential upgrades or things to get him a little bit more health. I'm not sure what we've got in the Justice deck to help out with that, but I think he's going to be one of the better Justice allies out there. All right, Scare Tactic. One cost event. So hero action, deal 3 damage to a confused enemy. All right, that seems so in this deck, I think that's going to work pretty good. I'm a little bit concerned about that outside of this deck. Like really, you're going to have the confused going on. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3 of those in here. All right, then we have Making an Entrance. And we've got Hero Interrupt. When your hero makes a basic thwart, it gets +2 thwart for that thwart. Wow, that's a lot of thwart. Okay, so after that thwart ends, if your hero removed all threat from a scheme that way, heal 2 damage to your hero. Okay, so you get +2 thwart for your thwart attempt. If you get rid of all of the threat, you heal a couple, all for 1 cost. That looks pretty good. I like that. All right, it's only 1 cost card. Yeah, I think that one will be a good one. All right, Making an Entrance. Then we have the Power of Justice. Surprise, surprise. Ooh, what's this? Sonic Rifle. So we've got another weapon. Cool. All right, restricted. It's got 2 charge counters. Exhaust Sonic Rifle. Remove 1 charge counter from it. Confuse an enemy. Deal 3 damage to that enemy instead if it's already confused. Okay, so we're playing into the confused thing. I like it. Is there only 1? Oh, there's going to be 3 of those in here. Yep. That's interesting. 3 of those, huh? And they're restricted. So he's going to have his 3 guns that are restricted. We've got 3 of the Sonic Rifles in here that are restricted. Okay, so we've got a Star-Lord ally, Guardian ally, 2 cost, 2 thwart, 2 attack with a little star. It says Star-Lord's attack gain range. All right, after Star-Lord enters play, under your control, deal yourself 1 face down encounter card. Okay. Interesting. He's cheap, has good health, attacks pretty good, but you get an encounter card. It's much like playing the Star-Lord hero. So kind of a mixed bag there. Now it looks like Venom's got a lot of ways to deal with enemies, so I think he's going to be all right. So we've got our 3 2-costers in there along with the Power of Justice. Oh, and we've got Resourceful in here. So it looks like we're going to have crazy amounts of resources in this deck. So 1, 2, 3 Resourcefuls. Yeah. Yeah, lots of resources in this deck. All right, we have a side holster, play under player's control. You can control 1 additional upgrade, weapon upgrade that has the restricted keyword. Oh, all right. So you get to start stacking the weapons. Will be really interesting to see what happens with Rocket with all of this stuff coming in here. All right, 2, 3 of those in there. We've got a plasma pistol, which is a tech weapon that's restricted. And it gets 3 charge counters. Exhaust plasma pistol and remove 1 charge counter from it. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. All right, that's a 2-cost upgrade. There's 2 of those, 3 of those in there. Wow, we got lots of guns. All right, that's a lot of restricted cards in here. So let's go back and count there. So we've got the 3 in the main deck, right? So we've got his multi-gun. That's 1. 2 Venom's pistols. Those are 2 more, so that's 3. Then we've got, what do we got in here? We've got 4, 5, 6 restricted. And then that helps alleviate it. Then 7, 8, 9 restricted cards in here. Interesting. All right. He's going to have an interesting deck to play. So it looks like these right here, the side holsters, are going to end up being pretty important. So also, I don't think he's got anything to recharge the charge on his like guns and counters and stuff. Once they're gone, they're gone. All right, so we've got Struggle for Control, which is our obligation. You may flip to alter ego form, choose Exhaust Flash Thompson, and take 2 damage. Discard this obligation. Ooh, that's interesting. Or Put one set-aside copy of Enraged Symbiote into play, engaged with the first player. If you cannot, this card gains Surge. Discard this obligation. Wow, okay, so that's a pretty different one. So you're going to take 2 damage, or you're going to get symbiotes into play. Interesting, okay. So how bad are the symbiotes? Let's see here. What's this one? This one is our Nemesis Scheme. So we've got threat cannot be removed from the scheme while the symbiote enemy is in play. That's 2. Can give you an extra card. And then here's our Enraged Symbiote. So we've got 1 scheme, 2 attack, guard, and patrol. And let's see, it's got a boost, put Enraged Symbiote into play engaged with you. So if you've got one, you're going to bring, if you draw one, he's going to come into play. Wow, okay. How many of those are there? There's 1. Is there going to be 4 of those? 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. That's an interesting Nemesis set. So that'll be fun to play and see how that works out. I don't think I'm going to like playing against it, but it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. All right, so we're at the stop. We're out of our pre-built deck. There's our pre-constructed deck right there. Focus doesn't look like it's as perfect as I want it to be. Is my card cam? Yeah, there, it's up right there. There we go. So we've got some behind enemy lines, the grasping tendrils, all of our fun stuff there. Jack Flag, I think, is going to be pretty cool. Multi-gun, I think, is the card to get out along with Project Rebirth. So, okay. Let's see what other cards we get as bonus in our Venom deck here. All right. So we've got, was that Fusillade? So I know fuselage, but that's a new word for me, Fusillade. And hopefully I'm saying it right. All right. So exhaust a weapon, upgrade you control, deal 5 damage to an enemy. Nice. All right. That's going to be big if Venom goes aggression or you go back to the rocket deck, right? That one's pretty good. I like that card. Now it's kind of deck specific. You got to be somebody that's running with weapons. Maybe Iron Man also. I'd have to take a look at his armor cards and which ones are weapons and which ones aren't. That could be good in an Iron Man aggression deck. Oh, and then like War Machine's coming out. Yep, that could be a really good card. 2 for 5 damage, not too bad. All right, welcome aboard. Play only if your identity has a guardian trait. Max once per round. Reduce the resource cost of the next ally played by 2. Played this phase by 2. All right, so I guess that's interesting. 0 cost, so it doesn't have to be, that's going to be nice in multiplayer. I'm not sure how valuable that is in single player, but multiplayer it could be really good. Because really, if you're playing single player, that nets you 1, right? But multiplayer, you can set somebody up to play cheap ally, so that's pretty cool. It'll be interesting to see more cards made specifically. I think that one's really for multiplayer. All right, shake it off. Your response. After a guardian character takes any amount of damage from an attack, give that character a tough status card. All right, so the important thing there is after a guardian character takes any amount of damage. So that can be allies. So that's pretty cool. But it's got to be guardians. All right, we're down to our last card, Crew Quarters. Play under any player's control. Max 1 per player. Exhaust Crew Quarters. Heal 1 damage from an alter ego. All right, so that's kind of well, I'm thinking if you're playing like multiplayer again and you've got a alter ego action, heal 1 damage from an alter ego. I'm not sure how I feel about that card. That seems very limited in use. I would be interested to see who makes great use of that, because you can only have 1 and you have to be an alter ego and you heal 1 from an alter ego. Now that's going to get you 2, right? Because usually you're going to switch to alter ego at the end of your round, make it, and probably use it again and flip back over. So it could greatly diminish the downtime on some heroes, especially the ones that have like 3 recovery. So I can see where it potentially would be useful. I don't know that that's a card I'm going to play in my deck, though. We would have to see. All right. So what do I think of Venom here? Got mixed feelings on Venom right now. So I like the idea. I am kind of a hero, or kind of a um, fan of the heroes with guns. So like Rocket Raccoon. Venom's looking pretty cool with all the stuff that he's got. He's adding a lot more weapons to Marvel Champions, which is kind of fun. He seems to have, I think he's going to be a very versatile hero because it looks like he has good attack, good thwart. He's not, doesn't look like he's a one shot pony there. Like he's got one thing that he's doing. One shot pony, is that a thing? I don't know if that's a thing. Anyway, he's got a pretty wide variety of things that he can do there, and I like that. So I do like his multi-gun too. Looks like it's going to be pretty powerful, like all of the different things that it can do. The one damage to each minion is way cool, especially if you're like trying to solo Ultron and you need to take out the drones. Just the versatility of that weapon. Not only does it do damage, it can take threat off of a scheme. That's just a huge upgrade. And then it's a wild resource on top of all of that. That's pretty massive, right? And then let's see here. And you're going to go looking until you find a weapon upgrade at the start. So, that makes you wonder, like, if you got, maybe you want to not have some of the other weapons in your deck just so you can get that out. That would be interesting to go with like a minimal weapon deck just so you can get his specific weapons out there. I'll be interested to see how people build him in the end there. So, all right, I guess we've gone through Venom. Let me know what you think about Venom. Have you played him? How's he stacking up? Is he kind of the multi-use hero that I think he is, that can address a lot of situations, or is he pretty much he got a single role that he plays? Also, he comes with Justice. How's he roll with other things? So I think he's got enough that I don't know that he's going to be a great, well, I'm going to say I don't think he's going to be a great leadership hero, but about any hero works okay with leadership just because I feel like leadership's so strong. But he seems like he's got enough variety in his deck that he really could work with justice, aggression, or protection too pretty well, just because he doesn't seem to be stuck to one role. So I don't know who's played him. What do you think? Let me know. That's Venom. That's it for now, and thanks for watching.